called Dani It Yourself.
I'm Dani, and I'm the DIY guru of Buy or DIY. Today's challenge, a new office shelf for beauty and fashion blogger Sylvia Jade. She wants to maximize storage space and make it glamorous and trendy so it can be a backdrop to her YouTube videos. This was part of a much bigger series where I go head-to-head with my design friend Alexandra, who was out to find the perfect buy, which you can check out right there. But this is behind the DIY. Here are the materials you're gonna need to build these beautiful floating display shelves. Who's excited? Got a Brad. I've already pre-cut these ahead of time. I sanded all of my pieces down, and by providing a bit of a gloss ahead of time, I'm actually going to help bring out the shininess of the metallic paint. I'm starting with my 64-inch 1x2s, and I'm going to measure out 12 3/4 where I want my shelving pieces to sit on the board. Now that I have all of my measurements, I can start building my frame. Don't play Jenga with me. All right, so I'm taking one of my 64-inch 1x2 pine boards, and I'm gonna clamp it to the edge of my table. Taking my 10 1/4 1x2, I'm gonna be putting a little bit of wood glue, and I'm making sure that it is above the line, not below, or it's gonna mess up my measurements. Now, I'm gonna use my square to make sure that I'm making a perfect right angle, and I'm gonna take my brad nailer, and I'm using a 2-inch brad nail. And repeat. Not bad, eh? Now all we have to do is flip it over and attach the other side. I need to add a little extra pressure to my frame, so I'm gonna place my clamp kind of right in the center there and clamp it in just to give it that extra little oomph. Clamps, they're like your best friend or your only friend. Last one, guys. Woo! We got one side of our frame built, now we gotta do it again. All right, so we have 2 frames created, and now I want to just fill in the little holes that I've created with my brad nails, and to do that, I'm gonna use wood filler. You're just going to flatten it out, and it's like there was never any holes there. It's magic! And you wanna repeat this for all the holes that you've created with your brad nail. I have all of the holes filled up with the wood filler. Now I'm gonna take it outside, and I'm gonna be spray painting it with the first coat of my metallic spray paint. I'm also gonna be bringing my 2 crossbars, which are 1 foot long, and I'm also gonna bring my cross brace, which is 46 inches long. The chrome spray paint looks great. My back braces have been added using my brad nailer, and I'm ready to work on the shelves. I had this sourced from a plastic wholesaler, and they cut it there for me. I'm gonna take a sanding block, and I'm gonna be just sanding the edges, getting those sharp corners nice and curved. To make sure that my acrylic pieces don't move around on my frame, what I'm gonna be using is these plastic bumpers. Adding this super glue, that way it's not gonna fall off, she's not gonna have to replace it and curse my name. Daddy, you built me this shelf and now all the bumpers are falling off. And I'm like, I'm sorry, Sylvia. So my bumpers are complete. I have 1 shelf completely done, and now I gotta build 1 more. Alrighty, we have shelves! These shelves are gonna sit on Sylvia's. These shelves are gonna sit on Sylvia's desktop, and we're going to have an acrylic sheet that's gonna run right across. So I'm gonna be adding this 46-inch 1x2 plywood piece right across. And what I've done is taken 2 pieces to brace the bottoms to make it extra strong, because I'm gonna be putting a long shelf on top. So I've clamped it down so it's holding it good and tight. Let's pre-drill. Perfect. And now all I have to do is just add in my screws. These are 1.5-inch screws. Okay, now the moment of truth. We add our acrylic shelving. If there's plastic on your acrylic, you just want to peel it right off. Oh, it's so satisfying. Yay! Start adding them. Now for the grand finale. Bum, 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 bum. You're gonna regret doing that. Look how good this looks! And there you have it, your DIY floating display shelves, complete with acrylic shelving, chrome finish, This is sleek, glamorous, and perfect way to display anything in your space. Don't forget to click on our other videos. We got some buyer DIY and we got some awesome DIYs happening. So click it, and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next week.